This is the Storm Warning Show.
All right, y'all, we about ready to get started.
Let's go. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show. BKS1 Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show. At BKS1 Radio.com. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1 Radio.com. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1 Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1 Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1 Radio.com. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1 Radio.com. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1 Radio.com.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio. Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane. And shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio. BKS1. God bless y'all.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio, and this is the Storm Warning Show. Hey.
What's good? It's your brother from another mother, J. Rooted Damager, representing, and I'm checking out the Storm Warning Radio Show with DJ Storm the General and Hurricane Kiss on BKS1Radio.com. You know what time it is. Tune in. Go.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chauncey Black. I'm E. Williams. I'm Mark Middleton. I'm Levi Lou. And we are Black Street. And you're watching the Storm Warning Show. No diggity, no doubt. Storm warning, not warning.
He got it.
What's good, people? Thursday night. Another Thursday night. We both on the mic.
Yes.
Listen. We the podcast that you like. You already know. Listen. Shout out to everybody on the check-in.
Yes.
Peace and blessing to everybody, man. Oh, we got
Good family.
Awesome show for you tonight. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to debate some things. We're going to agree. We're going to disagree. Also, we got a new phone number.
Yeah.
By the way.
Let me find out. Yes,
you can officially now call in at 646-814, right?
814.
6004. All right, yeah. We're going to get
used to it.
We can tag team off of each other.
Yes.
Yes. So I'll put that number. Matter of fact, let me get that number ready for y'all. But anyway, shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. We got an awesome show for y'all tonight.
Happy Thursday, y'all.
First and foremost, I got to introduce my partner in crime. You already know.
I don't commit no crimes.
So you say. My favorite Puerto Rican, 1/3 of the R&B group Allure, we call her Hurricane Kiss. Oh.
Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Puerto Rico.
Hey.
Puerto Rico.
Hey. To the right. Hey.
Puerto Rico.
Like the double wide.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Woo, 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 woo.
We gotta get you some theme music again.
Hey.
And as always, I'd like to introduce my man, 100 Grand, to the left of me. Without him, the Storm Warning Show would not be possible. He likes to be humbly called DJ Storm in general, but I call him El General, El Jefe y El Chocolatito.
I'll take it all.
DJ Storm, the General, y'all.
I will take it all.
What's good, family?
Yes.
Hope everybody is in great spirits and good health.
Yes. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Let me see. Of course, we got some things coming up real quick before we get into the topics and the story. Oh, we got some topics for y'all tonight. We got some things for y'all to really talk about and debate and discuss. Quick shout out to Smack and Rolls.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what's going down
Shout
tomorrow.
out to Tom Murray.
If you are in the Jersey area and want to come out and rock with us.
Yes, come on down to American Legion.
Yes.
137 Newmarket Road in Dunellen, New Jersey. 6 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes.
Tomorrow's going to be our little festive karaoke. You know, with the holidays are coming, so we're going to have some fun like we always do.
If you want to wear an ugly sweater, if you want to.
That would be cute.
You don't have to.
See, if I would have known
But you could.
that, I would have brought something.
But you could. All my sweaters are ugly, so it don't matter what I put on. But
shout out to our bar stars, Tanya and Carol.
And Carol,
we have happy hour going from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And the music, as always, is powered by none other than DJ Storm in general. I'm going to be your MC, Hurricane Kiss.
And we're going to have fun.
We're going to have some fun.
We're going to sing some songs. We're going to do some karaoke, drink specials, complimentary food, and all of that. So get there early, get your seat. Let's have a good time tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We're going to rock out. We're going to have some fun at Frozen Friday karaoke. Come on out. Have a good time. Let's clap that up.
Absolutely.
And let's get this thing started. But let me see. Do I want to give anybody some love? Yes. Shout out to Denise on the check-in. Shout out to Leslie Curry. Shout out to my guy, Terry Talil on the check-in. Shout out to Tony Coleman. Tony Coleman got that new Christmas song he just put out and everything. He's sharing it on social media. Shout out to Tracy Abram. Tracy, we love you. How you been?
Love you guys. Thank you for checking in.
Let's talk about some things. Now, of course, I know
wait,
y'all.
real quick. First and foremost, I just want to send a special little birthday shout out
Yes.
to my cousin Allison, my little munchkin, my fluffy,
Shout-
happy birthday.
Allie,
and also to
happy
DJ
birthday.
Power, the man of the hour, Denmark,
Yes.
Copenhagen.
Yes.
Love you, Morty. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Power, man.
Yes.
Salute,
Love you
salute,
guys.
salute, peace and blessings. Lots been going on in the world and everything. I've been putting up a lot of posts about foods and everything because, they are really wilding when it comes to our food now.
Yeah.
Because they're just putting any old type of things in it to save money.
Yeah, but it's funny because I've had about maybe since our last show, I had about maybe 5 or 6 conversations of people who just told me like it's so crazy how before we didn't really, not that we didn't care, but we used to just consume things and not really like check into the ingredients, and now everybody's checking the back of the box and the back of the packages more and more. Because, it's scary. But it's like at the end of the day, we already done ate most of the stuff that's already in there for how many years now?
But here's the thing. Well, we got to realize a lot of this stuff is causing cancer.
It's causing cancer,
So
yeah,
the key
and a lot
word
of
you
other
need to
stuff.
look for on your labels is bioengineered.
Bioengineered ingredients or meats.
That's in that?
Holy wow, contains a bioengineered food ingredient. God dang it.
Listen, I'm done with
Well, we should have
cheeses.
known that.
But listen.
Yeah.
But no, it just, let me tell you something. All right, and let me make this clear before we get into the rest of our show. All right.
Look at me.
When Biden and the previous administrations was in office, right? And the USDA and all of that and the FDA and all of that, there were stricter guidelines,
Yeah.
right? They had strict guidelines by all types of things where you just could not allow it,
Right.
right? As soon as old boy got into office, so he got rid of everything that Biden set up, all the consumer protections. He got rid of all of them, right? He got rid of all the restrictions that the FDA, the USDA is supposed to follow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got rid of all types of protections that were saving us from certain harms with the food. Now it's a free-for-all. So now these companies like, oh, okay, he got rid of the protections. Now we can add this to the food.
Yeah.
Now we can save money on preservatives
they're trying to cut costs.
and
Yeah.
add this chemical preservative to it, whatever. So you didn't see bioengineer. If you look at labels
Never saw it.
pre-DT, pre-DT, you did not see anything that said bioengineered on it or this, that, whatever, because you have to be transparent.
Right.
And so that's why they have to put that on there. Now, there are some foods where you won't see that, but now I look at my Cheez-Its now. They used to make them a different way.
Yeah.
Now they use bioengineered. And bioengineer mean it was made in a lab.
In a lab. But
in a lab.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Go ahead.
For instance, I don't know. Can we mention a certain brand?
I don't care.
Okay.
They ain't
So
paying me no money.
I know you guys are familiar with like the Lipton noodle soups, right? The box,
Mm-hmm.
the little red box. I used to love those as a kid. Whenever I was sick, my mama would always make those with some tea and crackers and whatever.
Right.
But even as a kid, did you ever have the soups or have like canned stuff like chunky and all that other stuff and say to yourself, I don't think this is real chicken?
Before, I mean,
Even as a kid, I used to be like, this can't be real chicken. How they got this all dried up in the box and then it gets
yeah,
all
but it
soft?
was
You know
different.
what I mean?
It's just like even Cheerios was real oats, this, that, and
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Now you'll see things like bioengineered and this
Yeah,
and
it's
this
in
and
Fruit
that.
Loops, it's in everything.
They changing everything.
Yeah, that's
Bread,
why I have a lot of respect for like Japan and certain
Yes,
countries.
a lot of
where
countries.
Their restrictions, like
they'll ban it.
they'll ban it, and I think you can also get like jail time if they see that.
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes,
is
yeah.
banned in a lot of countries.
A lot of
but it's
different
sold
cereals.
over here.
Yeah.
So that's telling you something
Tell you
about our
something.
government and how greedy our government is. They don't care about our health, people, but we
Yeah.
got to start caring about our health. Please check the back of the labels, ask questions, all of that. Now they got this new stuff that they're spraying on the
The
produce.
Forever chemical.
But it's
Yeah.
called Appeal, and from what I heard, it's by Bill Gates, right? So it's called Appeal. So if we look at this real quick, let's just read this real quick. And this is a watchdog,
Yeah.
and I love following her, White Sugar Rebel. She calls herself White Sugar Rebel, but read the update.
Okay, so it says currently there are no organic apples coated with Appeal coating in the USA. Please see the end of the reel. Then it says, wait, I'm sorry, because my eyes, I forgot my glasses, y'all. Appeal coating is engineered to extend the shelf life of produce.
Produce.
I said produce, child. Produce, offering a potential solution to combat food waste. If you're not already familiar
with the
I feel
peel
so crazy.
coating.
Yes.
There are a few key points to consider. Firstly, it cannot be washed off.
Right.
And secondly, batch analysis records have revealed the presence of petrochemicals and heavy metals in the coating.
Right. I personally would not want that on my fresh produce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's rock this. Check this out real quick.
Jesus.
My bag. I loaded up.
I think I just saw it.
I thought I had the video.
I think I just saw something that's going to peel it up further up.
Did you?
I think so. A little bit further up.
Nah, yo. Yeah, you bugging. You bugging. But anyway, be careful, man. Look at everything you're eating.
But that's the thing. Like, it's like, how do we, you know what I mean? How do we know? They can say that it does or say that it doesn't, and we wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
You can't wash it off. It stays in your system. And I was talking to my niece because she works for a company where they test a lot of products and like latex and, you know, different chemicals and different foods and et cetera, et cetera. And she was saying like basically like that stuff has been in our food for years now. You know what I mean? We've already consumed it. It's already in our bodies. It's just a matter of how much we consume of it. And that's the scary part because you could be eating something and they can say it's not in it and it could very well be in it. We don't know. Like, to me, I feel like they're putting it in everything.
Yeah.
You know? And even as far as like cutting down costs, even when we came back from Germany, I think days after we got back, we heard about some scandal that happened out there where there was like a company that got caught out there trying to cut costs, and instead of them using meats, they were using human DNA. Like getting like meat from chop shops, like morgues and stuff, to basically, it was in the news. I sent it to you on DM. I'm surprised we didn't talk about it before. And I was like completely disgusted because I had the audacity to eat McDonald's out there one night. We all did because it was late night. We were hungry. And that was the only thing open.
Yeah, I gave up. I can honestly say I gave up McDonald's.
Yeah.
I gave up one of my
result.
faves, Wendy's. I'll tell you right now, a lot of the places I go to eat, if it's not like the mom and pops, like shout out to Best in Town.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Yeah, if it's not Best in Town, I go to what's the other one? Golden Crust. Out here because they actually you see them, they cooking real meat and this, that, whatever. I go to a lot of places like that, the pizza shops, whatever. I stop with the Burger Kings, the McDonald's, all of that.
Like I can drive past it and honestly not even have the craving for like White Castle.
Yeah.
All that stuff is just ugh.
Yeah, so
it's terrible.
So be careful, peeps. All right, let's go on to some other things that I want to talk about and get real deep with.
Sick world.
Yeah. Sick. It's sick.
Out here.
Even sicker. This is why I tell Sandy. This is why I tell her.
Noodles.
We not ordering Uber for food no more.
Oh, yes.
Right? I don't trust it. I don't trust the Uber driver or whatever. And I hate to even say it like this. There's really certain ones I don't trust. I'm gonna leave it there.
Right.
Right? Because they'll play or they'll do things to your food. You never know what's going on. You never know what's going on. I'd rather just take my lazy behind up and drive to the restaurant or to the store
supermarket and
get it myself.
Yeah.
I'm not trusting no food deliveries no more.
It's almost like when we say we can't trust even from everybody's house. Same difference.
Yeah. I'm just not trusting it no more.
Same difference.
And here's a good reason why.
Oh, but this is just sick.
Here's a good reason why.
Jesus Christ. DoorDash driver allegedly caught pepper spraying a customer's Arby's order on camera. Like, what are you talking about?
That's crazy work. And here's the clip, y'all. Peep out the clip.
Oh, my
What y'all think about it?
My wife had started eating and she started choking and gasping, and after she had a couple bites of her food, she actually threw up. It's pepper spray. It's more than likely what it is, but now in this day and age, it could have been anything. Could have been rat poison, could have been fentanyl. I mean, my wife could have been dead. Definitely want to see her prosecuted. My wife had started eating and she started choking and gasping, and after she had had a couple bites of her food, she actually threw up. It's pepper spray. It's more than likely what it is, but
you probably got to go ahead.
Same question you was gonna say?
Go ahead.
It's on camera. So if they ordered food, you were in the house, right? Why didn't you see her spraying that before actually consuming it?
Well, maybe they wasn't really looking at it. They didn't look at the camera until.
That could very well be a reason.
Yeah.
But it's just like.
Yeah, my whole thing
I'll be
is
staring
it's
at that
like.
camera the whole time before I put that food in my mouth.
What is her reasoning for pepper spraying their food? What is the reason? Maybe
she
before
didn't get tipped enough or something.
Tip before.
But that really. I mean, I get it. I get it that these jobs they're tedious. You're driving around all day waiting for orders to go drive around and deliver them or whatever the case may be. You might not make that much money doing it, and then not getting a tip on top of that, can aggravate most people. But you have to do stuff like that.
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you? Because what happens when you're ordering something one day and you don't feel like going out and somebody's delivering food to your house and it's the same thing?
Nasty work, man.
I hate it here.
Nasty work. That really bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
That really bothered me.
That's scary.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Listen, if you just joined us, you're officially on the Storm Warning Show. Let me see if I could put the right phone number. Do we even have it? Hold on. Nope. I'm going to put the new number on.
Again, 646-814-6004.
Oh, shoot, you got it down. Hold on. Call in. You see me? Mm-hmm. Call in number. 646 814
6004.
6004. Yeah, you can call in. You can, of course, put your comments in the comment section, or you can call in and discuss whatever we're talking about at the moment. And real quick, I gotta pivot real quick. Just real quick, I wasn't even going to talk a lot about this, but with all the Diddy 50 stuff going on.
Oh my God! Now it's Marlon.
So now it's Marlon beefing with Diddy and Ja Rule back beefing with Diddy.
50? With 50.
With 50.
Yeah.
With 50.
Mm-hmm.
So Marlon, is putting up all types of posts and memes or whatever, and showing how they used to get down. Ja Rule is putting up all types of photos with Diddy and 50 of how close they used to be, and then recently how his ex saying that he abused her. He just put up a recent one, and she actually just came out. One of them came out and said something. It's crazy now. So I'm like, yo, why?
It's getting ridiculous.
What's going on, man? But listen, man, y'all got to work it out. Now, Ja Rule's thinking about doing a documentary on Diddy.
Oh, Jesus, Lord.
Could you imagine that? He's thinking about doing a documentary on Diddy.
On
50. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. Got me saying he's in enough trouble without me putting him in
dude,
more.
You just got jumped recently. I think you should just take a seat.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why?
But Rule is thinking about putting a documentary out on 50. And here's my thing about the Marlon and 50 beef. Let me say this before we get into our relationship stuff and everything. We got a lot of good stuff to talk to y'all about tonight. But let me say this, though, right? So everybody's like, oh, you don't want to mess with 50. You don't want to mess with 50. I got to say this about Marlon Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
If you in the entertainment business, Hollywood, the film business, you don't want to mess with the Wayans either.
Child.
Feel me?
Yeah.
They are powerful in Hollywood. All of a sudden, bro, 50, you see your projects slowing down, stopping. You're not getting the green light on certain things. I'm just saying.
Wonder why, right?
You don't want to mess with the baby brother.
It's like he said everybody's scared of the bully except for the skinny funny dude.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes like everything to me is not funny.
Right.
And even though people was kind of giving a thumbs up, I'm glad he put out a documentary against Diddy. But here's my thing, even with that, right? What was your motivation behind it?
Right.
This is my thing, right, with the whole thing. If it was for the victims,
then that's different.
Right.
If
it was some petty payback, ex-girlfriend, some beef that went wrong with a deal or whatever, then you're not really being genuine about it, because there was already a previous documentary out about Diddy, right? You just added a little bit more stuff to it that people didn't see.
Right.
So, and here's my thing. And then I watch my guy on interviews, right? And he's smirking and smiling about it. Sexual abuse, drugging people, or whatever the case may be, human trafficking, whatever he got charged for, prostitution, whatever. None of these are funny subjects.
There's nothing funny about that at all.
Right? So none of these are funny subjects. Domestic violence, none of these are funny subjects. So if you look at a lot of the interviews and people talking to him about it, it's a lot of smirking and this and that going on, and he's bringing the director on with him or whatever like that. It's just like, bro, this is serious.
Yeah.
So my thing is, always question the motives, because everything we basically saw, we basically knew already. We knew he was POS, after seeing the Cassie video and other things we know about. So, I mean, I always question the motivation, because, and then you profiting off of it.
Absolutely.
Are you giving some of the profit to the victims? See, these are the questions I ask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm off of it.
Now they got the male escort that was in the documentary talking about how, Cassie Ventura, she was a whore, and she might not be now because she's older and she's changed. It's just getting way too deep.
Right.
To the point where we can all have our opinions. I've been hearing a lot of people saying, well, she should have just left, or she should have just walked away or left the situation. How with you not being in a situation like that can you speak so freely on something that you never went through yourself?
That's
me, somebody who went through domestic violence.
That's why
it's
I
not
don't.
Easy to just walk away from somebody.
That's why I don't.
Threatens your life. You know what I'm saying?
She should have just bounced.
Yeah.
Because if you know anything about domestic violence.
But she was a baby, but also she was a kid when she first was around him. But I also blame her parents too. Where were your parents?
See,
but this happens. Like all the parents are the ones that sit back and they figure there's money coming in, so let's just keep it hush hush. But at the expense of your kid getting hurt.
I'm eating bioengineered.
We eating bioengineered Sour Patch Kids, y'all. Child, you already ate about 10 of them. Too late.
I did. It's too late. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Too late.
All right. We're going to pivot real quick.
Pivot.
So let's talk about, I got to talk about my girls in Vogue, because we didn't talk about them.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So I used to always be on social media, and me and Weston would talk back and forth. Rona.
Mm-hmm.
Rona Bennett. Y'all know Rona. She played in the Jamie Foxx show.
Mm-hmm.
Worked at Jingles 2000 with Jamie on the show, whatever. And then she's also a singer in real life, and she ended up being in the group In Vogue for 20 plus years.
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
Crazy.
So all of a sudden, she's no longer In Vogue. You get the, I should have put up the post. She put up this post, whatever, saying her reasoning is that she want to pursue other things and all of this, right?
Right.
And In Vogue put out a little brief post, whatever, saying, blah, 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 blah. She's no longer, like farewell and this and that, right? So Dawn, one of the original members,
had a lot to say about that situation. Mm-hmm. And I thought she was going to come from a different angle on it, but she kept it 300. And I'm going to play the clip about it because I agree with Dawn. Mm. I'm rolling with Dawn on this. Okay.
And I like Rona. All right, here's the clip.
There is no loyalty. I think she's being a little too nice about everything and trying to be sweet. And maybe she even has an NDA that she's not allowed to talk about what happened. 22 years? Like, I was only in Vogue for 8, but I brought a lot of big hits. She was with them for 22 years, no hits, but still she gave a lot of time to that group. And I don't think they would have said anything about Rona leaving either had Rona not put out a letter. She should have told the truth, because I know it was ugly. It was not as sweet as she's making it seem. Tell the truth. This was not okay what they did to me. Not okay. And I'm going to speak up for myself because I deserve more. I gave them 22 years of my life. Rona, come on, you better speak up. I'm speaking up for Rona, and she ain't even saying it.
She said she was never informed about In Vogue's
Thank
Rock
you.
and Roll Hall of Fame performance.
That's the only truth that she told in there. Because Rona did all those other projects that Rona did, she did while she was still in Vogue. So why now that you have to leave and go pursue other endeavors? She had a book that came out. She got married while she was in Vogue. She had her life coaching. So why now do you have to leave Vogue to do your endeavors? I don't believe that. The way that they did their statement was starting out with our sisters, Salt and Pepper, were being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which, again, I got to give them their kudos. I'm so proud of them. But they said their sisters are being inducted, and so because of that, they're just now speaking about the Rona thing. Well, Rona's your sister too, right? Because they said Rona Bennett. They didn't say Sister Rona Bennett at all. And I thought, wow, you guys are so mean. They are mean girls. They are showing the truth of who they are. This is who they've always been. It's just now coming out. Instead of saying, we would like to address our sister Rona Bennett. We are sorry to see her go. It's been 22 years. We had a lot of laughs, a lot of tears. We've shared a lot of time together, and it breaks our heart that she's gone, but with differences within the group that we couldn't come to terms with each other or whatever it was. Really, this was a time for In Vogue to actually tell the truth about something for a change. We didn't agree with certain things with Rona, or we had a falling out with Rona, or Salt and Pepper didn't want her there, or maybe the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame didn't want her there, and she was upset about that, so she's leaving because of that. Tell the truth for a change, but they never do. They never, ever do. Right there, they should have said, we love her. Thank you for 22 years of your life. Oh, my God. That is a long time for anyone to spend. If you're at a job for 22 years, a 9 to 5, at that point, you got seniority. They give you a going away party. We love you. We're going to miss you. Like something. But they were so concerned with Salt and Pepper, talking about our sisters, Salt and Pepper, but not your sister, Rona Bennett. Like, whoa. And now Rona sees what I've been saying all these years. There is no loyalty. I think she's being a little...
Woo! Talking about being put on blast.
Wow. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Namdi. He's the person who's interviewing Dawn. He interviewed us like twice. He's also a real life therapist. Mm-hmm. So shout outs to him. Honestly, for me, it's like, you get invested in the articles, you get invested in the interviews, and then the gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a lack of better words or whatever. But to me, it's sad, especially because I know that In Vogue was like it for us. Like when we were coming up, they were like our inspiration. So it's always sad to see groups that you grew up on and that inspired you to be who you are today going through stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because like it's personal stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's within the group. But then when the personal stuff, becomes everybody else's business, it gets even uglier. Facts. And I just feel like, I don't know. There may be some truth to what Dawn is saying. And I mean, she seems like she's very adamant about speaking on it. But I wish that everybody would just maybe come to terms with it and talk about it more. You know what I mean? So that there's not too much of that going on.
Facts.
She seems like she's very upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Dawn just, this is one of the times I'm rocking with Dawn on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like Rona gave 23 years of her life into that group. But Dawn did throw a little shades like, well, when I was in the group, we had hits, I was only here for 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, she had Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket. Rocket was a hit.
Rocket was a dope song. But, I mean, me personally, whether you were there 20 or 30 years, not having a hit.
I thought it was Destiny. I thought it was Beyonce when I first heard it. I thought it was a Beyonce song.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Because think about it, you could hear her singing that song.
I could.
If you hear the hook and all of that.
Yeah, I could hear it.
I thought it was like Destiny's Child or something.
But I don't know, man. It's just... I don't think it matters, you know what I mean? Like, she gave 22 years of her life, and I feel like, if you're going to leave a group as iconic as In Vogue, but nobody, you know what I mean? Like, especially because of what happened with Dawn, and then Maxine left, and now Maxine's back, it kind of does draw some type of attention to ponder, like what's really happening,
right?
And then to just, not say anything.
Right.
I feel like the fact that she didn't say anything, there's a lot of truth to the fact that that's why she's not saying anything. She kind of made it seem like it was just like an amicable, kind of split.
Because she don't want the
she don't
conflict.
Want the confrontation and the conflict.
Yeah, she don't want the conflict. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to John. John, I see you. What's good? Tony, I see you. Congrats on the Christmas song, on the holiday song.
Yes, I have to go check it out.
Yes.
Oh, and John said it's called Stockholm Syndrome. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
that's big. Shout out to Suzette Crawford Francis.
Suzette.
She said she put In Vogue on blast. Where's the loyalty after all the years?
Facts.
Damn.
Hey,
Facts.
Dot.
Where is the loyalty? Shout out to Dot on a check-in.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna always be an In Vogue fan. I'm sorry, True Blue, but it really is sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sad to see nonsense happening because you never really heard a lot. You never really heard no drama with In Vogue, but I feel like every group has something.
Yeah, I heard that Cindy is something though. I'm keeping it 100.
Cindy? I heard more Terry than Cindy. Yeah.
I heard Cindy.
I remember I've heard a couple of times like them just saying certain things about Terry, but it's just like everybody has their personalities and their things that they, how we say, everybody got their shit with them. You know what I mean? But,
So speaking of which,
yes,
everybody got their personalities and whatever in these female groups and everything like that. So I want to talk about this.
Okay, and this is real.
Women do not like women.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any truth to that? And I'm going to play this clip about how she breaks it down.
Okay.
Women do not like women. I want you to keep it 100.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because you're a woman. Here's the clip, y'all.
I can only do it.
I'm confused. Y'all love to call men sassy. Y'all love to call men gay and this and that. This gives very much lesbian behavior to me. Women do not respect women. And this is something I've realized in my lifespan of having interpersonal relationships and more so even just working with so many women throughout my career. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for a decade. Y'all remember when Nipsey Hussle died or whatever, right? And Lauren London, I think to this day, Lauren London is just like, that's my baby. That's the man that changed it all for me. That's the man that really gave me a good scope on relationships. That's who was just going to be till the day I die, right? And I think there was I forgot who it was it Kodak Black maybe? I don't remember who it was, but there was some entertainer who had tried to make some type of advances towards Lauren London on social media. I don't remember how it went, but y'all know because y'all keep up with this stuff when I do. And there was a plethora of male entertainers that came out talking about leave her alone, Nipsey this and respect Nipsey that and so on and so forth, right? Do you know why they stood up for Lauren London? It was not predominantly because of Lauren. It was because of Nipsey, because they respected Nipsey. Men respect men, but women do not respect women as a whole. That's why you'll see that men are less likely to be side dudes as opposed to women who are more likely to be side chicks. These are statistically proven. I made a video about it. I'm not arguing with you. This is why men can go on their boys trip and come back all friends. And then when some women go on these girls trips, they come back beefing, hating each other. And sometimes, unfortunately, someone doesn't come back at all. I talk a lot about romantic relationships on this page, right? And that's because that's what my expertise is in. That's what y'all want to hear. But honestly, if you do not know how to have a good relationship with a woman, with the person that you're more than likely going to have a relationship with or multiple relationships with, you're unlikely to have a good relationship with a man, romantic relationship that is. At one point when the women were getting the BBLs and their bodies done and all this type of stuff, I would say it was for a man. Now y'all are doing it to compete with the other woman because you want to look better for the other woman. I'm confused. Y'all love to call men sassy. Y'all love to call men gay and this and that. This gives very much lesbian behavior to me. Y'all doing everything in competition with another woman. Y'all changing yourselves in competition with another woman. You only want to have aesthetically pleasing female friends. Let's be for real. Let's work on having better relationships with ourselves and better relationships with the people around us. And again, women are going to gravitate towards women. So focusing on having those more impactful, meaningful, genuine relationships with other females. Let's start there. Stay safe. I'm confused.
All right. People. Is she dropping jewels?
Child, she said a mouthful.
Is she telling the truth? Is she telling the truth? Let's go, kiss.
No, she did say a mouthful. I mean, with me, I think everything is situational, right?
Mm.
I don't believe that that's a reflection of everybody. You know what I mean? I'm very well a girl's girl.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain extent,
mm-hmm.
but I'm also a woman who's not going to sit here and defend a woman if I feel like she's doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to just be like, oh, yeah, go whatever, just because you're a female.
Right.
If you're wrong, if you're toxic, if you're whatever, I'm going to speak on it. The same way I would expect somebody to speak on it if it was me doing it. But there is a huge disconnect in society, period, now, where not for nothing, I feel like there's a truth to what she said, but there's also a lot of men who don't like women anymore. And it's not just because you're gay or they're bisexual or they're whatever the case may be. There's just like this disgusting disconnect with men and women right now where we're not getting along because it just seems like it's beyond how before when we would say, well, all men aren't dogs and all women aren't this and that, whatever. Now it's just like nobody cares. I feel like nobody cares. Nobody cares about love anymore. Nobody cares about healthy relationships. Nobody cares about, inspiring other women and building up men and whatever the case may be. But it's true. Before, I remember when she said about the BBLs and stuff, enhancements and stuff, it used to be because women just had features about themselves that they didn't like and they wanted to just make them better, which is fine. Do what you're going to do. I might not agree with being under the knife, but if that's what you like it, I love it. But there is this competition thing now where it's like you're not even doing it for yourself. You're doing it because you think that your man is looking at somebody who looks like that, right? But I've heard a lot of men say, yeah, we look at girls on Instagram all day, whatever.
Right.
But that's not what I want at home. And that's so strange because now your
It's
woman
the
is
truth,
thinking. No, a lot of men do say that, and I do actually believe that. Of course, if you shaking butt on Instagram, you're going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have to also remember that, especially if you're in a relationship, and if you have a beautiful woman, now you're building insecurities within her. You know what I'm saying? But it's just getting crazier and crazier by the day because it's like these enhancements are looking like she said, people don't come back. People get sick and they die. Like.
So let me read some comments.
It's nasty work.
Shout out to Tracy Abram. Hey,
Denise,
Tracy.
I agree. Women can be so jealous, yo.
She said, "Damn, it sounds like she doesn't like women."
What?
I don't know, Trey. I think she just going off of her perspective.
Yeah.
Of things or whatever, because I do see that though with women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think she's just bringing it to the forefront as just to make as a conversation for us to have.
I've seen women that hang with each other that are jealous of each other,
and that to me is
and they hang with each
ridiculous.
other and they can't stand each other. I see it. I've heard conversations of women coming to me, saying like, blah blah blah. She gets on my nerves. Sometimes I hate her and blah blah blah. I'm like, but ain't y'all? That's your girl. That's part of your group, or that's that. I'm like, ain't that your peoples?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
hate is a strong word.
I don't understand. I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. And it's crazy to me. So I see what she's saying. And Tony said too much hate, not enough inspiration yet.
Hey,
Facts.
Tanya. Tanya said insecurities play a big part.
Tanya, you ain't never lied.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Tanya Barstar on the check-in.
That's our girl.
Yes. So y'all already know. If you're in the area, real quick plug. If you are in the area,
tomorrow night,
come on out to Frozen Fridays.
Yes.
All right, at the American Legion, 137 New Market Road, Danella, New Jersey.
Yes.
It's Frozen Fridays. Karaoke, drink specials, complimentary food. It's powered by myself, DJ Storm, Norman General, and my partner, Hurricane Kiss. Y'all, presented by Smack and Rolls.
Yes.
Shout out to Tom Murray and the crew. Come on out. We're going to have a good time tomorrow doing what we do. Come sing a song.
Yes.
Get your karaoke on. Happy hours between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. But our bar stars for the evening will be Tanya and Carol. We still didn't have Tanya up here yet, did we?
We haven't. We have to bring both of them up
we
here.
We got to bring Tanya and Carol up here one day and let them vibe with us and make some drinks while we doing the show and everything like that. But so come on out and have a good time. Listen, if you got an ugly sweater, wear it tomorrow. If you don't, it's cool.
Right.
But if you got one, wear it tomorrow. All right, it's ugly sweater season.
Yeah.
All right, so come on out, have a good time. Frozen Fridays karaoke at the American Legion, powered by DJ Storm, know myself, and Hurricane Kiss. Clap that up, Kiss. Yes.
Yeah, we live in ugly times, man. Seriously.
We live in crazy times.
You know what's so crazy? That I think me and you had a conversation about that at one of our events where I was saying, and shout outs to most of the ladies down in the chat, Tanya, Denise, Dot, I love y'all.
Shout out to my fellas.
No, shout out to the fellas too.
To Lil,
yes,
and Tony, and John.
Y'all all got to come down to the karaoke too and to our events. But I love how family oriented we are. You know what I mean? Like, we got a lot of women that come into those karaoke bars.
Oh, yeah.
And you see us, like, we're very much, like, always celebrating one another. We walk in, you look beautiful tonight. We always giving each other big ups and whatever. But there's never any type of malice. There's never any type of, like, just nasty vibes going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's love, like, complete love. And that's how it should be. But it's not like that everywhere you go. It's really not. And honestly, like, and especially me, like, me with my sisters, like, you know, because you said, oh, you know, speaking of groups and whatever, like, we say all the time, like, yo, we argue, we disagree, or we don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, and sometimes we don't like when the other one does one thing, whatever the case may be. But I tell you one thing, hate is a very strong word, okay? And when you're angry, you can say things that are ugly, but hate? You feel me? Like, there would be never a time where the three of us would sit there and be like envious of the other one. Like, I'm so proud of all three of us together, and we, like, listen, we all got our shit with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's never gonna be a day where I'm gonna sit and like look at Leah like I'm jealous of her because of whatever. It's so stupid. Like, it's childish as hell. And you can't call somebody your friend or call somebody your sister and act like that.
But you know what?
And it happens.
Human nature.
But it happens. It happens for the weak-minded people. Like, that's crazy.
It happens a lot.
That's crazy.
You would never think.
That's crazy, man.
I was in a situation where I thought somebody we was cool as hell, and I'm like, all the time, it was like they was kind of hating, and they was jealous. You know what I'm saying? I was getting opportunities they weren't, or or something was happening for me and it wasn't happening for them or whatever. When my thing is, if we rock together, if it happens for me, it happens for you.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know me. I get an opportunity with the city. Who am I calling?
Yeah, you always calling me.
I'm calling
always
you.
checking for the
or
girl.
my people. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
So my whole thing is, like, I don't understand that mentality. I believe in sharing.
One hand wash
opportunities.
The other.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody ain't like that.
Everybody wasn't raised that way.
No, everybody wasn't raised that way.
And it's sad.
Because
that's what causes a nasty divide just in the world. Period. You know what I mean?
Now I'm about to touch on a topic. That may ruffle some feathers.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Some people may get a little pissed off about what I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
But the game started it. The game.
The rapper? Oh.
The rapper.
Yes.
Says, there's something called respectful cheating.
Boy, bye.
Can you cheat respectfully?
No.
Can you cheat respectfully?
No, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as respectful cheating?
The only way that I could see this even being a conversation about respectful cheating, and it wouldn't even probably be cheating, is if you're in an open relationship and you know exactly what's going on. We're in an open relationship. He can see other people. He lets me see other people, and we just respect each other from a different, we have boundaries within the situation, but we know what it is. There's no such thing as respectful cheating. I know exactly where you're going with this, and I was listening to the video, and I was just like, dude, you sound stupid. Respectful is you just saying, I'm not interested in you, I don't see this going anywhere, and you could just go do what you're going to do, and I'm going to go do what I'm going to do.
I may get in trouble for this.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You're about to say you agree with him, don't you?
No, listen.
Oh,
Listen.
Let me eat my chips.
John
said, ain't no such thing.
I'm not saying I agree with him. So that's what I'm saying. Let me say it.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I agree with him, but I understand what he's saying.
I understand it too, but it doesn't make any sense.
And then I'm going to break it down. I'm going to play the clip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play the clip for y'all, but then I'm going to break it down.
Suzette said, absolutely not. Don't try to dress it up. Cheating is cheating.
All right. But
wait till y'all hear the video.
Again, I said I don't necessarily agree with him.
But you understand it.
But I do understand what he's saying. Here's the clip, y'all. Here's the clip. Shout out to Suzette. Susie Q. What's good?
Help me, Susie.
I think it's how you cheat. It's the disrespectful cheaters that...
Is there respectful cheating?
There is respectful cheating.
What is respectful cheating?
Respectful cheating is never embarrassing your woman in public or never letting her find out. Now, if she doesn't find out and you've never embarrassed her or nobody could ever bring anything to her that would make you suspect, is it cheating?
Yes.
How? You don't know.
You know. You as
just me.
Yeah, you know, and you're okay with that. That's a problem.
To you.
It's not a problem to you?
Obviously not.
Oh my
I'm
Lord
doing
Jesus.
It. That's what I'm saying. I think it's how
Get on the donkey. Get on the donkey.
I used to think he was cute.
Get
Now I
on the
don't no more. He's
donkey.
ugly.
So here's why I said I don't agree with him, but I do understand.
Break it down.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put it this way. I could say before Sandy, but I'll say even being married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put her in a situation
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna embarrass her.
I get that.
So I get what he's saying. He don't want to put his wife in a situation where if he's out somewhere and he know he kind of been sliding with some chick or whatever like that, he gonna make sure they don't live in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Here's all the checkpoints.
We know how to cheat and break down.
Yeah,
I get it.
because I know y'all do. I know y'all do.
Oh, excuse you.
I know y'all do. I know y'all do.
That's why it didn't work.
Oh yeah, I know y'all do.
No, don't hit me with don't y'all over here.
Yeah.
No.
So anyway.
No.
Anyway.
Because I'm not a cheater.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. He's not going to put her in a situation where they can run into each other,
Mm-hmm.
or he's not going to put her in a situation where he's sloppy with it.
Mm-hmm.
She's finding things, whatever like that, or where she can show up somewhere, whatever. He's not going to give none of his wife's information or whatever to her, whatever like that. So it's going to be totally off the radar where it doesn't embarrass her. I get that's what I'm saying when I say I understand. He's going to make sure if he's doing something on the side, it's going to be off the radar
Yeah,
where
we
it
get
doesn't
it.
embarrass her.
That's cheating for dummies. We get it. Anybody who's going to cheat, that's like if I'm going to go and cheat on my man who doesn't even exist because I don't have one. If I'm going to go cheat on my man, of course I'm going to do it in a way where he's not going to find out and I'm going to cross all my T's and dot all my I's and all this nonsense. The question I have for you is, yeah, that's obvious. That's what cheaters do. That's what cheating is. You do it and you don't get found out. You do it and the person that you're actually committed to and you're living with or involved with doesn't find out. What we're talking about.
Call in, John. Call in.
Please, John.
Let me give you the number. Hold on.
646-814-6004. Because now I got it memorized.
I'm gonna put
he
it.
said, "Can I call in with mad question marks?"
I'm gonna put it over my head, over Kiss's head.
Yes.
Right there.
Right here.
Oh, why are we freezing up? Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know what's been happening. My whole thing is this. Okay, so like for instance, you said Sandy, whatever, right?
Mm.
You're never gonna put her out there and embarrass her or get her information out there, blah blah blah. The question is, like he said to you.
Don't use me.
No.
I'm just saying I do understand what Game is saying.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, aside from that, right?
Oh, that's cute.
That's probably John. Aside from that, right?
You, welcome to the Storm Warning Show.
Thanks.
Hey, so
what's good, caller? State your name. Where you calling from?
John, calling from Plainfield.
Hey, John.
All right, so what's your take on this subject?
Yes, please, John, save us.
My take on the subject is this, right? There's no such thing at all of cheating respectfully. If you are cheating, you are putting your partner, your spouse, in a world of hurt. Because, just because you creeping on the side doesn't mean the person that you're cheating with won't go to your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as cheating respectfully. If you're cheating, you're being disrespectful,
Point
period.
blank. Right.
Full stop.
Right. So, John, my point right
John, is your woman in the room? No, I'm just messing with you.
No, Dot said, he gonna call. Okay, so, John, my thing is this, right? So, I get where Norm is saying that he understands his perspective of his idea of respectful cheating, whatever the case may be. Cheating is cheating. It sucks. I feel like if you're not happy with somebody, then you leave them alone,
Right.
period. You walk away from the situation, leave it alone so that there's no damage caused. My problem is that, okay, yeah, we get it. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm not going to put her in a position to be embarrassed or whatever the case may be. But how do you feel comfortable sitting around saying you love this person with all your heart and you would never want to disrespect them, never want to leave them, but yet you still feel happy with laying next to them at night when you just came in from cracking somebody else for 4 hours and then come back to your wife and kissing them off and say, I love you and good night?
No, that's that BS too.
That's just,
no,
I mean, it's all BS
also.
because at the end of the day, somebody's going to get found out regardless. And let me say this, right? And I'm not proud, right? But I was a side chick at one point, okay? And again, I am not proud. I was in a situation where I thought it was just me and then found out. Listen, we've talked about this before. It's not a secret. Don't you give me no donkey sound. Sir, I was in a situation where I thought that I was engaging with someone who was strictly engaging just with me, right? Knowing that the person had a child, this and the third, but it was painted differently, like, oh no, we're just doing what we gotta do, and it's just me. Like, I've been interested in you, chased me for 6 years, all this nonsense, right? Then it got to a point where it was like years passed by, years were invested. Now you feel stuck, and that's not a reason. It's not an excuse, but sometimes it happens. You get involved, you fall in love, things happen, and then you stay with what you're familiar with, even if it does say, or even if it does consist of you knowing what the situation is and looking stupid at the end of the day because you stayed, right? But I always said to myself, like, how can you sit there and say that but I love you too, and all this nonsense? You're okay with going back home and painting it like, oh, I was just, at work doing what I got to do, whatever the case may be. Because now you're involving somebody else that is now invested in you, and you're hurting two people now. Whether your partner knows or not, you're still hurting both people.
I get what you're saying.
That's true.
And that's why I would never in my life ever get involved.
I agree with John. Listen, I agree with John.
Child, please.
I don't agree with the game.
Yeah, because he sounds
but,
stupid.
But
so
I
you
understand what he means, what he's trying to say.
Like, I'm being respectful because I'm not putting it in her face, and she don't know about it.
The reason, because let's
until
put it
you
on
bring
me.
some shit home.
No, let's put it on me.
Because now it's pissing me off.
The reason why I don't cheat, even given opportunities, I don't cheat, is because I would never want to embarrass or disrespect my wife. Now you see how I said it?
Right.
The reason why I don't cheat is because I don't want to embarrass or disrespect my wife. This is what I'm going to say
about what the game
because I love my wife. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
What he said
John.
was crazy, stupid, and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cliche, but what's done in the dark will always come to light.
Yep.
That's just facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she might not, or he might not find out that you've been creeping on the side for a week, a month, a year. It'll come out sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's the bad part. It's like, okay, cool, I got away with it, but a year later, you didn't get away with it. Now it comes up, and now, it's old. No. But you still disrespected me. You were still with somebody else.
Right.
What's done in the dark will come to light.
Right. But
so, there's no such thing as respectful cheating, full stop.
Right.
Okay.
But and
It's
honestly,
respectful cheating, excuse me.
honestly, that only works when you, like, if man or woman, because it's not just y'all that do it, women do it too. So to that point, I'm saying that only works when you have somebody who is okay with the situation enough to say, well, I'm not willing to lose this person, so I would never give them up, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And the situation that I was in, that wasn't my goal. My goal was to never make the situation worse. I was just like, okay, if this is not for me, then, one day I'm going to get fed up and I'm going to walk away. And I did. But the thing is that you have other situations with certain women who ain't gonna be so nice. They're not gonna be so clean about it. They're gonna be like, okay, no, you literally have a double life. You're living a double life, doing what you're doing over there, and then doing what you're doing over here with me. You know what I'm saying? Like fully invested. Like some of these men move in with these women and have kids and do all these things. And you know how many times you've seen wives come out 20 years later finding out that their husband had kids somewhere else and they were living together with them. Like how do you do that and live with yourself is the thing. And then it's also like y'all not thinking about diseases and STDs, because that's when the shit really hits the fan, when you're so careful until you're not, and then now somebody comes home with something and the wife is infected. Now it's turmoil and chaos.
Okay.
Some people have no shame,
no regard,
and no morals.
Yes.
Period.
See, John, I totally agree with what you're saying, because you said some people. Some people. You put it mainly on men.
No, I did not. I literally just said 6 seconds ago.
You look at the rewind of this show.
Sir, and when you hear me say,
You looking at
when you
rewind
hear
in
me,
this
John,
show.
did you not just hear me say men, but also women do it too?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay,
did.
thank you. So you owe me a batch of wings. I want 20 this time. Lemon pepper dry rub.
15.
No, 20.
12.
Because you lied on me right in my face.
No.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
No, because you mainly put it on men. But anyway.
I didn't.
Anyway,
We were talking
let's read
about
some
men.
comments.
We were talking about the game.
Let's read some comments.
Child cheese.
Whatever.
Hey,
Whatever.
I appreciate y'all letting me call in.
Listen,
I'm
man.
gonna jump back
appreciate
into the
you.
comments. I don't want to derail the whole conversation in the show.
We appreciate you,
We
bro.
appreciate you, John. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Love y'all. Bye.
Love you too, fam.
Oh, wait, so we got some comments. All right, so hold on. Ooh, they chiming in now.
And if you do want to call in 646
814
00. Oh my God, I didn't get it right yet. 646
814
60
04.
04. All right, yo, I'll get it.
We're going to get it. So Dorothy said, She said, that's called outright disrespect. Creeping and she stays in her lane is accepted by a lot of men. Suzette said, if he holds his wife in such a high regard to not embarrass her, why cheat at all? And that's my point. Then she said she's going to call. Tracy said, I can respectfully run him over with a car. I would be showing respect by not letting other people witness it.
You know what? I
Marilyn
love Tracy.
said, period. And then D said, cheating is cheating, period. Erica Z. Brown, shout out to you. The answer is no, respectfully. Then Dot said, but people talk on the phone, take numbers, buying people stuff, giving them money. That's cheating as well. People need to define their boundaries. To some, it's all good. Don't try that over here. Oh, Then Tony said,
Not
the
the
thought of
Cardi.
being with anyone other than your mate is cheating. That's Bible. Right. Don't
See,
D said, if he cheat with you, he will cheat on you. You heard how you got him is how you lose him. Exactly. People think he won't do that.
Let's go back. Who
Yo,
said the
let me
thought
tell
of being
something.
with, thinking of what? Say it again.
The thought of cheating. Oh, Tony Coleman said the thought of being with anyone other than your
he's
mate
right.
is cheating. That's Bible.
Oh, the thought.
The
He
thought.
said the thought.
Yeah, even if you're thinking about it. Yeah.
All right,
Cheating.
so
Emotional, mental, whatever you want to call it.
I respectfully
Mhm.
going to have to disagree with that because the thought of, all right, I remember when you was in relationships, and you was still.
When was I in a relationship when you?
Come on, cut it out.
No.
I remember when you was in a
When we met,
relationship.
I wasn't in a relationship.
I remember when you was in a relationship. What was the rapper dude? See, don't.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I apologize. Believe
So
me,
I remember when you was in a relationship,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
And you come on the show or whatever, you would still talk about, Denzel, blah, 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 or
Mm-hmm.
Denzel, whatever. So that thought.
Not to him. He didn't care.
No, but listen,
'Cause you
you,
know I couldn't
you
have
had
him.
you had the thought. Why? Don't downplay yourself.
I'm not.
You're an attractive woman. Denzel would have saw you. He'd have
Denzel
been
touched
like,
my hand and he ain't taking me
Denzel would have been like, damn.
That's the
You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is, you still had the thought of being with another man. To me, that's not cheating. That's fantasizing. That's fantasizing.
It's just silly questions to me. Like,
Sandy used to talk about it was this. I forgot the NFL player, whatever like that. When I first met her, she was talking about she bought his book and everything like that. I forgot the dude's name. But anyway, she used to talk about that dude, whatever, when we first met, whatever. She knew I had a thing for Garzel Bouvet.
we all did.
Yeah, we all did. And then
Right.
thing is though, I actually meet these people.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right. So I met her and she actually was very nice to me
Mm-hmm.
and she started hitting me. We was going back and forth on Twitter with each other before it was X.
Right.
And me and her was actually talking.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is it's okay to have some type of relationship with the opposite sex if you're in a relationship. Right? That's natural, especially if you're in a long-term committed relationship.
It's natural, but to some,
you don't shut off the opposite sex.
let me tell you something.
Because you're in a relationship.
Right, but you keep
Oh
forgetting
my
that.
God! Hold on. We're freezing up. But go ahead.
Yeah.
But they still
What
can
I'm
hear
saying is that we're living in a world right now where I've been in a lot of like long-term relationships, right? I hate to say a lot. That sounds so crazy, but I'm just saying for the majority of my relationships, they've been long-term relationships. I've been committed, whatever the case may be,
You
right?
said a lot of long-term relationships.
Because I've never really had like a bunch of flings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like for real. I was with somebody who was my partner, my boyfriend, or a fiance, or whatever the case may be. But within those and during those times when I was in these relationships, I was always in relationships with men who trusted me. They knew who I was. They knew what I did. They weren't sitting at home twiddling their thumbs like, oh, she out here and talking in people's face and da da da. Now we're living in a society that men have this thing with women being friendly or women smiling in people's faces or women doing this and women that. And I get it because some women are extra friendly and they be in people's faces trying to get some, right? But when it comes to you and I, you're a married man, okay? And you're married to somebody, because we say it all the time.
Right,
Sandy,
Suzette, I agree.
Sandy don't be giving a hell about nothing. She don't care. She like, boy, bye. She even encourages the nonsense sometimes and starts joking about it. But what I'm saying is, I know at the end of the day, she doesn't want to be disrespected. And I know that you're not going to do that because I know who you are. But my thing is, for two people like us who are in the industry, so to speak, like we're in the entertainment field, we have to meet people. We have to talk to people. We have to be cordial. We have to be, in people's faces all the time. That's like if Sandy's like, oh, you out here being friendly and da-da-da-da-da. You always in somebody's face and blah, blah, blah. Like, this is my job. It'd be different if you were somebody who was loosey-goosey. Like, yeah, I'm interviewing people, and then I'm like, yeah, here's my number. Call me after the show. You don't do stuff like that. So, again, certain things only apply to certain people. And, when you're blatant with it, that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it's not a specific gender-based thing. Men do it and women do it as well. The thing is that a lot of women do it way better than y'all because y'all tend to get sloppy sometimes, and that's a known fact. Y'all get sloppy sometimes, and that's why people end up in body bags and nonsense happens and vice versa, whatever. The point is that it's just not good to do. Like, even in the situation that I was in, I felt terrible about it. I was too busy thinking, oh, I love this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, leading with my heart. But look out here, still looking stupid anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I was
never. Because you had an old wife at home.
Yeah. So it's like, I would never, ever, 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 ever do that again. Like, I'm never going to stay where it's familiar because now I'm allowing myself to be disrespected because it's like, you just slim pickings, you second, you know what I mean? Second fiddle, whatever. And that's like, I had to learn that. Like, because at one point, I'm like, nah, because he really loves me because he's here. Probably has Stockholm Syndrome. Who knows? But the point is, and you saw me go through it.
We really going to define what Stockholm Syndrome is.
We really do need to. But what I'm saying is, you saw me go through that situation, and you used to always tell me, like, yo, kids, you better than that. Like, you deserve better. Right. Whatever. Right. The thing is, no one is exempt from going through any type of situation like that. Sometimes, a lot of you married people are side pieces and don't even know it. Let's call a spade a spade. But what I'm saying is, it's just not right because there's going to be something that's going to happen that, whether, like the game says, well, to you, as long as she don't know, but until you slip up and do some stupidness, and then now she's affected with her health or something different happens, or now the chick gets too comfortable, like, oh, because now you're not trying to leave her, because you said you was going to leave her, now phone calls are being made, or you popping up at somebody's house, and now your kids are coming up missing. Stuff happens. Like, you can't, this is not the time of the day to be playing with people in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so let me ask you.
There's nothing respectful about that.
So let me.
At all.
Let me segue into something else real quick.
Yes, please.
But, still staying on, relationships and men and women and everything. Here's what's going to sound like a dumb question.
Oh, there's never a dumb question.
Do you like a nice guy?
I love a nice guy.
Do you like a guy that treats you well?
Absolutely.
So, nice guy, treats you well, loves you, loves being in your company, right? But you kind of don't have that chemistry with this guy. You staying with him?
Chemical as what? Like a sexual attraction, like a physical attraction to him?
Yeah, like that chemistry, it's not really there, but you've been into it with this guy. You've been intimate, treats you well, blah 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 blah.
I would definitely stay.
You would definitely stay?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. So let's talk about this, people. I'm going to play this clip about what I just was talking about. And do y'all agree with what she's saying or you disagree? I want y'all to be honest like y'all always do. This is why I love y'all on the Storm Morning Show. Here's the clip.
Oftentimes when you're only with the nice guy, your cat don't even get wet like that. It is absolutely stupid to date a man just because he's the nice guy. just because you deem him to be a good guy and he treats you well. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for a decade. Now let me pull this back because some of y'all gonna take what I said and run with it. And baby, y'all need to walk a little bit. Okay, because y'all do too much running. That's why y'all in the problem that y'all in now. I would never teach my clients not to have a kind and generous man because you're going to suffer if you are with a man that is not kind and generous. What I'm saying is if you are only dating a man because he is nice, because he's the good guy, but you don't have any chemistry with him and you don't have any compatibility with him, that relationship is going to fail. I'm not asking what I think, I'm telling you what I know. And a lot of times when my clients are going through the healing phase, when they have that breakthrough and they finally understand who they are and what they want, right? The first type of guy that they're going to go after is the nice guy, is the safe guy. Because they're now in a place to where they understand their wrongs and they don't want to fall in line with the previous dating patterns. So they go the route of least resistance, not understanding that they're still going to be unhappy. But the unhappiness is going to be mundane. The unhappiness is going to be lackluster. The unhappiness is going to be a lack of joy because they're not aligning with a man that truly fits the 3 C's: core values, compatibility, and chemistry. Oftentimes when you're with a good guy, with the nice guy that you're only with because he's the safe guy, right? Your cat don't even get wet like that. Like, let's call this what it is. You don't want that man to touch you too much, right? You don't want that man to talk too close to you. You know what I mean? It's unfair, honestly, to all parties involved. When you're going through that healing process and you're trying to now align with a man that is going to treat you well, don't just get the safe guy. Get the right guy. Get the compatible guy. Get the core values guy. Get the chemistry guy. Get the guy that is going to be kind and generous and treat you well, but the guy that's also going to make your cat throb when you see him. And if you need help getting to the point to where you value yourself and then getting to the point where you're finding a partner that you align with, go on ahead and type dating in the comment section. Stay safe. Oftentimes when you're only with the nice guy, your cat don't even get wet like that.
Do we agree?
To stay safe.
Do we agree or disagree with what she's saying? Do you agree or disagree? Because you said something before I played the clip where
you asked me if it was if I was dating a nice guy.
And you was like, you would stay with him.
Yeah, like if the physical attraction or that chemistry wasn't on the forefront, like immediately, that's not going to be the reason why I would say like I'm just going to give up on a situation, because there could be different factors as to why that's happening. You know what I mean? Especially if he's still engaging with me and he's invested, then I'm gonna always give something good and healthy a chance. You know what I'm saying? But if nothing is clicking, right, like the conversation, the minute I feel like I think we would probably be better off just being homies or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because me, I'm not gonna be intimate with somebody if I'm not feeling it from the very beginning. Like you can. I think people can tell initial attraction right away. Right. I mean, I know I can, and I agree with how she said. Like, if I don't think about you and I'm immediately aroused, or I just need to be on you or be with you or whatever the case may be, then I know that I'm nowhere near interested.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Here's the thing, right? So let's talk about the whole chemical attraction thing, right? Okay. So there is some science to this, and this is real talk. And let me break this down to y'all real quick.
Dr. Vago.
No, let me break this down to y'all. So initially, you meet somebody. I meet you. You meet me. Whatever case, you know what I'm saying. Initially, you ever meet somebody and you like them, and then you like them, and y'all all over each other in the beginning. You want to spend time. You want to stay over their house. They want to stay over your house. You just locked.
Yeah.
Right? That's that initial oxytocin. Right? So there is a chemical that is mutual between the both of you.
Right.
But that chemical, you lose that after a while.
Yeah.
Like anything else. You know what I'm saying? If you take some Robitussin, that Robitussin is going to go out your system after a while. And you may need more or whatever. But oxytocin levels die out. Now, if your relationship built up enough, right? If your relationship built up enough to where, the oxytocin starts to level off and fall off, whatever, hopefully by then, y'all sustain a friendship.
Right.
A love of intimacy, just to be around each other and want to spend time with each other, whatever like that. Because after a while, if somebody says no, that doesn't happen, they're lying. After a while, even the sex plays out after a while.
Right.
If you're constantly, whatever, it plays out after a while.
Right.
It gets mundane, right? So you have to have something else to sustain that relationship.
Right.
All right. And this is what a lot of people don't realize. You know, I hear people in conversation with, yo, we used to do this every night. We used to go out every night. Now, we just sit up there and watch Netflix. But y'all still being intimate with each other.
Right.
And that's what people don't realize. Sitting up there watching Netflix and chilling and having drinks, that's a form of intimacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because sometimes just sitting quiet could be what the person needs at that moment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there has to be something else besides that to sustain the relationship.
So Burnell said that rarely happens, that a woman will date a man just because he's nice. He has money, status, or something. Right. But that's not necessarily true either. Okay, case in point.
Mm-hmm.
I was dating a guy at one point, right? Amazing guy. Super talented, sweet, very detailed, would send me flowers for nothing just because.
Sound like me. We didn't date.
No,
Go ahead. I'm just messing.
Like, would pop up at my, oh, I was in the, and just to surprise me or whatever case me. Very sweet individual.
Mm-hmm.
Had somebody come to a restaurant to sing to me for my birthday, to serenade me for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When I say that this man was cut from a cloth that most fabrics don't even compare to, he was an extraordinary man. And when I say, I don't use that word often, but he was an extraordinary man. He was very sweet. He was respectful to me, but he also had that little nick. The intimacy was there. Everything was perfect. But I stopped dealing with him. It wasn't because of his status. It wasn't because of how much money he had. It wasn't because of his career or whatever the case may be. You know why it was? Because I had just had a hysterectomy, and he had already expressed wanting to marry me, wanting to be with me. Mm-hmm. And as flattered as I was, that broke me in a way that it's hard to explain. Like, I remember hearing him saying, "You broke my heart." But I didn't do it because he was a terrible person. I did it because he wanted a family. He wanted all these things. And he was even willing to go the distance to even say, I don't care about none of that. We could get a surrogate, blah, blah, blah. And I was the one that was like, I'm the type of woman that if I'm going to have a child, I want to be able to go through the process, feel my child growing in front. I'm just that person. Like, I had that motherly instinct that is who I am. And because I felt like I couldn't provide that for him, I didn't think that I was enough for him to be able to give him the life that he wanted. So I gracefully bowed out, And we're still great friends to this day. He has a woman that he's with right now. He's happy, and I'm so happy for him. But the thing is, we didn't what do you call it? We didn't damage the friendship or the foundation of what brought us together initially. And, it didn't hurt anything. I don't know how he still feels on his own, but I do know for a fact that I still feel like I made the right decision because I'm like, I just didn't feel like I would be able to give him a good life.
Right.
No, and that's what me even knowing who I am and knowing the type of woman I am and what I can bring to a relationship. Me even knowing all that, I still doubted myself and still I dumbed myself down. And I was like, but if he wants kids, how am I gonna give him kids? So now I'm gonna have another woman carrying my child, and I'm not gonna be in the middle of that. That hurt me. So that's why I was just like, I don't see myself doing this, and I felt bad that I've never had a man tell me that they say, "Oh, you broke my heart." Yeah, because you're stupid and you a whore, and I'm not dealing with that. And you was a cheater. You was
You're a whore.
You're a whore. But for different reasons you leave situations. But that was the first time that I ever left a situation, and there was nothing wrong with the guy. Nothing wrong with the guy.
Damn you, Kiss.
Damn me for real. Like I'm glad he forgave me because he understood. But seriously, no, don't give me no donkey. Don't give me no donkey.
Sorry.
You would be upset if you, let's just say, you wanted to get married and you wanted to have kids, but the woman is telling you, "Yo, I can't have kids," and that was your deal breaker.
I wanted to have kids when I got with when me and Sandy hooked up.
Right, but what I'm saying was,
I knew she couldn't have kids.
But was it a deal breaker for you?
It wasn't a deal breaker for me. One, I looked at the age factor, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying is different strokes for different folks. So like for my situation, the age factor wasn't an issue.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I'm saying? It was the fact that I didn't feel like I was woman enough, and he was like, "Stop saying that."
So let me say this, and I can say this on air, whatever. Oh, we freezing up again? Hold on.
It's been doing that periodically throughout the show.
That's because the last show, whatever, they should have reset the system after the last show. But anyway, they still can hear us. But here's the thing, right? So me and Sandy got together, whatever, and she would tell me a little bit about her health history and whatever, and without putting her business out there, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I knew she couldn't have children, whatever, right? And I looked at, our age, both our age, and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, this is probably not going to happen, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have one more child.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing of why I totally always tell people, like, listen, I don't care what you believe or whatever. There is a God. There is a higher power.
Absolutely.
Right? There is somebody that is going to help you with your situation that we can't maybe see, feel, or whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because lo and behold, we can't have kids, so she can't have kids. So as a woman, you know how devastating that is if you never conceived a child, right?
Yeah.
Or if you can't have a kid or whatever like that. God, connected me with Patricia Soups of BKS. Soups has been a part of the Vikings, which deals with mentors, young girls, and kids, whatever. And then Sandy said one day, she's a coach, blah, 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 blah. I like to try that out. Lo and behold, she coaches little girls now. She mentors them.
And killing it, too.
Right? They see her as like a mom. Now, it would be selfish of me to be like...
And she's a dope-ass auntie. Let's not forget that
So it would
part.
be selfish of me to be like, oh, okay, you spending too much time, blah, 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 blah. Now, of course, I do check her if I feel like she's being used or played out or whatever. I'll be like, listen, okay, you ain't got to do all this, let them do some things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's 100. I'm being very transparent right now. But I see how God put that in play to where now she's coaching little girls and they're calling her, Coach Sandy, this happened in school today, or Coach Sandy, blah, 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 me and my mom, blah, 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 this, that, or whatever. And I'm like, that's God working right there. Don't interfere with that. You feel me? You feel me? So, the man in me, the husband in me is like, let it rock. She do her trips or she do her coaching thing or whatever, or she spend a lot of time and we don't spend time. I got other things to supplement my time. It would be selfish of me to want her to stop that because we don't spend certain time together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Because like a big like I'm being for real, like I felt that way after the fact. You know what I mean? Like I felt like after I made the decision, I was like, damn, was that selfish? You know what I mean? Like the fact that he was willing to still deal with everything, right? And I always said, and I'm not crying because I feel like, oh God, I should have stayed. You know what I mean? Like my decision was my decision, and I meant it, and I felt it wholeheartedly because I felt like that was the right thing for me to do, so that he could have a beautiful life. You know what I mean? Like find somebody that could give him what he wanted. But at the same time, it's like, you look at situations sometimes and you say, damn, had you given this a chance or not thought of yourself so less, you could have avoided being in situations that didn't serve you.
Right.
Or that made you feel low, that didn't make you feel like a woman, or whatever the case may be. And I put myself out, and I feel like that was my karma in a way. People always say, stop saying that, it's not your karma, but I feel like it was. I feel like the fact that I allowed myself to go through so much bullshit and to accept so much disrespect and, fake love, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And because it hurts when you know that you gave your all and you were so real about everything that you did, but you just had to play the back like you don't deserve better. So that's when I think about stuff like that. I think about it often. Like I think about like, damn, like, what if I would have just let somebody else just carry the baby? I probably would have had a beautiful family and had what I wanted, another kid. But I'm okay now. I got 2 grandbabies, so I'm grateful, and whatever the case may be, now I'm just ready to embrace something that's like real and healthy.
Yeah,
Because everybody deserves that.
And let me tell you where that comes from. A lot of times with men, right, when they're really into somebody or when they really love somebody, this is with us sometimes as men, the thought of creating another life with that person is everything to them, right? And that's when they really love somebody and they want to be with them, whatever. So, yeah.
Right.
So,
So imagine
a man
how
that
feels.
a man that loves you would want a child with you, would want to raise another life with you and be with you in that sense. But at the same time, a man that loves you also understands that this may not happen with us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many other alternatives that could be put into play.
Right.
Right? You know, so with me, even though I know I'm not having another child, I kind of live through the fact that she's enjoying children that she never,
to some degree,
that she never got a chance to have. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying. So there's always some type of substitute or satisfaction you could put in place of something else.
But that and that's a huge satisfaction too, just coming from the standpoint of, and not saying that the girls that she's coaching have terrible parents. I'm not saying that at all. But you never know. You know what I mean? You never know the households that these kids are coming from where they don't feel safe to speak to their parents about certain things. And now you got Coach Sandy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she gets to still live that mother role to a certain degree, whether it be mother, auntie, sister, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And I've seen her do it all. She's a dope sister. I see how she engages with her sisters, the nieces, the nephews. The last time she saw her, how she cried. Like, it's just... she has that motherly instinct regardless, and she gets to live. She still gets to live through it, is what I'm saying. But you know, a lot of people don't have that. You know what I mean?
And listen,
a lot of people don't have
that. I keep it 300. You know, I think I got friends. Mm-hmm. I think God has blessed me with a lot of good female friends too. You know, a lot of female friends, whatever. Yeah. Because a lot of times, you know, sometimes I may feel the neglect. Right? Mm-hmm. You know, as a husband, whatever, like, I may feel the neglect. I may feel like, dang, you know, I need that, you know, you always running, but I'm always running or whatever like that. But at the same time, I still appreciate the fact that, you know, the bond is still there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The bond is still there, but I see how God puts other things in place. You know what I'm saying? Just to make up for something else that may be missing. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't interfere with that. I still do me. You know, I'm thankful that, you know, she allows me to do me, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm good. All right, we're going to move on. You can read some comments.
My big brother, Tony, he's watching. He just texted me and said, that's a sad story, sis. He was asking if we were still live because he said he jumped in and he felt like he was behind. He's on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yes.
I see you on YouTube.
Love you.
Tony Raw. Oh, listen, you also could call in. If you want to call in and comment on anything we discuss.
Yes.
Tonight, please give us a call. The number's right above Kiss's head.
646-814-6004.
Again, that's
646-814-6004.
All right, y'all. Y'all know where you at. Storm Warning Show.
My brother commented and said that's not chemistry. That's infatuation, not chemistry.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the other thing we was talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, just again, people. We got so much we ain't even talking about. Okay, we want to lighten it up because these tears.
I honestly just like for real, like these past few years have been crazy since COVID. It's been very dark and very eerie and very sad. I really just pray for everybody to just have good health and love and prosperity and all the good things that life has to offer because it is scary out here. Like you can't trust nothing and nobody no more. And I said the other day, this is not the same love and you know and vibes that we grew up on. Like when I was younger, I had fun relationships. Like I didn't have boys like, you over here talking to this person that, except for my daughter's father, but he's a cuckoo's nest. But whatever. I didn't have that. You know what I mean? Like we had friendships that grew into relationships, and then the relationships were still the friendships, just with the extra stuff. Now it's like you gotta have this and that, and they expect you to be a certain way. And if they went through something with the 3 baby mamas, you the same way, if you the same sign, and all of you this and you that. It's nasty. It's like, do you like me or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel the chemistry? Like when we texting and you talking that ish, and we see each other, and we make it happen. So it's like, why make things complicated when it's not, and then say that it's complicated? What's complicated?
Right.
If you love somebody, you like somebody, then you make it work. Test it out and see. Give it a chance. Nobody wants to give nothing a chance, and that is Ugh.
Yeah.
Just nasty like a booger tissue.
All right, we're gonna
lighten it up.
We're gonna lighten up. Sidetrack.
Yes, please.
So let me ask y'all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got some time. So let me ask y'all this.
We ain't got no job. We ain't got shit.
Do you feel
Ah,
a preacher, pastor, or teacher or whatever should have to dress a certain way? Or
when it comes to female preachers or female pastors?
Or let's stick with pastor preacher.
Okay.
Right. Pastor preacher should have to dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like a female preacher, whatever, if she dresses a little revealing or whatever the case may be, is that wrong?
I feel
or
like
people shouldn't be focusing on that.
People should just be focusing on the word because honestly, like if you a brick house, you a brick house. If you got it, you got it. No matter what you wear, it's gonna stick out. It's what God gave you, especially if it's natural. What you gonna do? Just come to church, hear the word. Now, if you feel something else, that's your business. Don't tell nobody about it.
All right, so I'm gonna run this clip.
I already know what you're about to show. So
here's the clip.
Okay.
The toughest struggles for the believer is the flesh. Many of us would be so much better off if we could ever get our flesh under subjection. Don't do that in the house of God. Now listen, when the flesh wants control, you gotta let the spirit rise up and lead you. The toughest struggles for the believer is the flesh. Many of us would be so much better off if we could ever get our flesh under subjection. Don't do that in the house of God. Now listen, when the flesh wants control, you gotta let the spirit rise up and lead you. The toughest struggles for the believer is the flesh. Many of us would be so much better off if we could ever get our flesh under subjection. Don't do that in the house of God. Now listen, when the flesh wants control, you gotta let the spirit rise up and lead you. The toughest struggles for the believer is the flesh.
Okay. Hey, Miss Parker.
Yo, I knew he was gonna play this. I saw one guy comment to that, and he gonna say, well, your flesh in that dress is definitely making my spirit rise. I was like, people are so unserious, but this is what I'm talking about. Like,
but
what's she gonna do? Like, even if
if
she wore a balloon dress,
is she wrong? Should she be? You know what I'm saying?
Should she have a blazer over her butt?
Should she face backlash for that? For what we just saw?
I don't think so. I mean, it is what it is. That just means you was attracted to her in whatever kind of way. What we gonna do about it? It's her body, you know.
What y'all think? Tony said she has curves, but she is not wearing nothing provocative. Facts.
It's not. It's covered up.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a conservative. I see women dressed like that in church all the time. They say, "Come as you are." Now, if she would have wore a short black dress and had cleavage out or something, then I would be like, no.
All right. So Burnell said, the Bible says modest dressing. Then John said, not at all. The word is the word. And then Burnell said, see, they are catcalling her in church.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you came to church to get the word and to leave clean, and you acting like you at the club. You came for the wrong reasons, and you should just go home.
Yeah, so it's not on her. It's on the member in the congregation.
Absolutely. That's like when you have a good looking pastor. You know what I mean? Time I gone to church and I see women doing this at the pastor because he's good looking. What you there for?
So can she help it that she got curves?
No, she can't. What's she gonna do? Especially if it's all natural.
So now that she got a cat call, should she change the way she dresses in church?
No, because I don't think she's dressed provocatively. I think she was dressed like pretty conservative for, you know what I'm saying, to be in church. She had a long black dress on. Yes, it was form-fitting, but again, even if she had a dress that was a little looser, her curves are not going to hide. They're not going to suck into her body. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what you want from her? She knows what she's there for. Just try to pick and choose your battles.
All right, let's see what
too much.
Let's see what people saying here. Come as you are is not in the Bible. Tony said, if your mind is on her behind, then you are going to blame it on the bubble.
On the bubble is crazy.
Facts, facts. And last thing I want to go over is monitor your kids, y'all, on social media.
Yeah, oh my God.
Monitor your kids on social media.
I can't cry again.
Real talk. So basically, every parent should watch this ASAP. All right, we're going to run this clip, and we're going to talk about it, all right, before we leave out. And here's the clip.
He was watching YouTube Kids, and it was a cartoon. It was in cartoon form, and it taught him how to hang himself. Luckily, my wife, something told my wife. She was like, she wants something to drink. So I was going up to the kitchen, and usually when I walked past his bedroom, he usually would chase after me, and then I would hide, and we would always have this little game where I would hide, and then same place I would hide, but it was just something that we did. And this time he didn't follow me out. So something was like, just go check on him and see if he's sleeping or not. And I go in, and he's hanging from the bunk bed. Take him off, lay him down, and me and my wife start working on him. First responders show up, and they get him to breathing again. They take him out. They get him to the hospital. They save him. He's in a coma for like 3 days, medically induced in coma for like 3 days. Once they take him out, they're trying to get him to move his limbs or whatnot, and he didn't do it for like a day. Then the next day, I was just like, oh, he had to learn how to walk it. He had to learn how to write his name and everything again. This when he was 6, he just turned 8 on the 19th. That led me to raise awareness for other families, because he wasn't the only kid that was a victim of this social media challenge. It's called the Hangman Challenge. It basically teaches kids how to hang themselves, and a lot of other kids have died. Luckily, son's still here. He's still here for a reason. He was watching YouTube Kids. And
all right. No, let me keep this 100. Who's at fault? Here's my thing. Who's at fault? It don't even matter. They should be held accountable. So not even the person that created it. So one, the person that created it should be held accountable. And the social media platform that allowed it to be posted
where kids should be able to see that.
Should be held accountable.
Yeah.
What type of challenge teaches you how to hang yourself? What is that? Where does that come from?
It's evil. It's the world. It's evil.
Yeah, and see, that's my thing. This is why not even just parents, but adults got to get involved and active in these things, right? There's too much. Let me tell you something about our government real quick, about Congress, y'all president, and just the government. Anything the government wants to really shut down, they can. Right? Anything. Right? So don't think, it's going to take this and the votes and this, that. Anything they really want to get rid of, they could. Anything they want to expose us to, anything they want to really expose us to, they can. Right? Social media is here because the government allows it. The government allows social media to be here. And think about before 9/11, think about what was available to us. I want y'all to really think about this, right? Before the Patriot Act and all of this, before 9/11, we got to look at what the government is allowing us to have. So if you see, if you're putting something out there that's actually harming children, or children could watch and it harms them or whatever like that, you can shut that down if you really want to.
Right. Yep.
So when I see all this now AI that we're being exposed to now,
AI, yeah.
But it's been around within the military, within the CIA, within a lot of propaganda networks. AI has been around. They're just exposed it to us. When we first started using microwaves that heats food up quickly, it's been around. They're just exposing it to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these things and tricks and crazy filters and everything we're doing with our phones. All of this was military and government technology first. But they give us bits and pieces and expose it to us. And then they make it as a plaything. Like, oh, it's just an app.
Yeah.
No, it came from something serious. Oh, it's just a game.
Anything that takes your information is never just
it,
your thing.
It came from something more serious that they're giving us bits and pieces of. So I just wanted to say that. But now getting back to, this young man had to deal with this with his son because he followed, a stupid challenge or whatever like that. None of this is by coincidence, man.
Yeah.
They allow what they want to allow.
Agendas like crazy.
And they put out what they want to put out, whatever like that. So we just got to be mindful of what we allow our children to touch. It's funny because a lot of, back in the day, the 10%ers back in the day and all of that, whatever, they used to be like, television is tell lies to your vision and all of that. A lot of these things have some truth to it. So we got to be mindful of things. This is why I tell people, do your research. I'm not to find out what's real and what's not real. So we seeing what AI is right now. Pretty soon, there's going to be companies created just to distinguish what's real and what's AI.
Yep.
Because they're getting so great with this technology.
You can't even tell half the time.
Yeah, and you gotta, really gotta be a thinker these days. Shout out to everybody on check-in. Bernard says, so dudes like Shannon Sharp preaching with tight-ass shirts is wrong, too. Not appropriate. And Bernard said, this country is ran by Satan. Why is there no restrictions on the internet? Yeah. Other countries don't play that.
There's supposed to be parental codes on some of
these
stuff
babies
too.
are learning on sites and see this craziness. Now, let's be clear, too, about this. And again, I'm not giving him props, but even before the DT era, right, that we're in now, again, and I said at the top of the show, when Obama was president, there were so many restrictions with corporations, so many guidelines, right? This couldn't happen. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do that. There were so many consumer protections, right? Biden got in. Consumer protections, this, that, whatever. Both Trump eras, he got rid of consumer protections. Why?
Right.
Why? He got rid of restrictions with all these corporations. These food companies, like I said, they're wilding out now and putting all types of issues in their food because they can, because there's no restrictions and there's no guidelines.
Right.
Because they were, DT stripped them of all of it. Why? Because he's in bed with him. He's in business with him. Corporations are coming. Why would you take away something just recently when Biden put into place about if your flight gets delayed or hindered in any type of way, you get a refund.
Right.
DT just took that away.
Yeah, so you can't get nothing back.
But why would you again, ask yourself, why would you take away things that help the people?
I said money, and my brother said money.
Yo,
that's true.
Why do you take away things that help the people? Why? Greed.
It's greed, yeah.
Greed is America's biggest problem. Now, greed is a problem, I'm quite sure, across the world. But America will jeopardize your health over greed, jeopardize your mental state, your well-being over greed. Over greed. And that is the biggest problem. When you see other countries shutting down things that will hurt people, and it's funny, I'm not going to say a friend, but a person I follow just had to have a procedure done. They're out of the country doing some work. And she said the healthcare process was so easy. The doctor actually came to where she was staying and got the medicine and all this, and it wasn't this process and that, whatever. And it didn't cost a lot. It barely didn't cost anything, whatever. And she was like, the healthcare system over here is terrible. It's horrible. Because it's not about helping the people. It's not about maintaining your health no more. It's about how much money can we milk this for.
Yeah.
Oh, you complaining about headaches? How many times could I get you to go back and forth to the doctor just to tell you to take a Tylenol and rack up
that's all money.
these bills?
Money,
You feel me? So again,
literally all money.
Yeah, again, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gotta really look at what's going on and what's really happening to us, right?
Yeah.
And until we get somebody, that feels like we do, we can't keep electing billionaires that want to become trillionaires. You know what I'm saying? Just want to get richer and richer and richer and richer.
Yeah.
We just gotta be mindful of what's really going on.
Yeah, so real quick, Tony said it's the parents on the forefront who need to screen these apps and determine what their child is going through or not. Also, these little kids are faking their ages to open up these apps. And then he said, so instead of banning cigarettes, they raise the prices, and for checks and balances services, legalize weed. Yeah. That's what it is. Everything is a money scheme.
Yo.
And not for us to win.
There's no way in hell, and let me say this. Love you too, bro.
Thank you, Tony.
There's no way in hell, right? All of us, most of us on here, some of us got older parents, elderly parents, right? That now, at our age, we have to take care of them. Mm-hmm. There's no way in hell that you want to put them in a facility. You may have to put them in a facility to take care of them because, you got to work, you got to live, you got to maintain your life. But if you do want to put them in a facility that takes care of them and gives them care and whatever, that they should have to give up all their property, their home, their bank account, everything they own, just so they can be in this facility or whatever. And you still got to come out of pocket for this, whatever like that. You basically got to give your whole life away just so they can stay in this facility or whatever. And
in most cases, they're being neglected and they're not even
Absolutely.
being treated properly.
So when I look at that whole system and how they're getting rich off of people, being elderly, having dementia, can no longer take care of themselves or whatever like that. When I look at what's going on, man, in this country, I'm like, yo, this is sad. This is sad. And something has to give. So when I see people wilding out over these healthcare CEOs and whatever and blacking out, because of the healthcare system, it's like, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. It's like we got to get back to where our community, honestly, is taking care of each other. Imagine, right, a community, right? So just say you're on our block. You're on Front Street. Say me, you, we live on Front Street. We all have our own house. We got a doctor that live on the street. We got a lawyer that lives on the street. We got somebody that farms that live on the street. Whatever. That community should be self-sufficient.
Absolutely.
You got a lawyer that lives on the street, whatever. That community should be self-sufficient. We had that before with Black Wall Street, but we know what happened to that. But what I'm saying is the community got to get back to taking care of each other. Because the government, our government, don't give two shits about us. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. That's true.
So we have to find all these people. You ever saw those shows, those TV shows or those science fiction shows where like, oh, it's about to be the end of the world, but some of us will still be left.
Yeah.
So find the doctor, find the farmer, find the person that can build a house, find the person that can fix this, find the person that has knowledge about this, find the person that has knowledge about that.
Because that's how we used to be, though. We used to always have community with everything, and now it's like
right. Right.
It's like pulling teeth
Right.
for that.
We got too dependent on the government, and now we're
but also too selfish. We're just caring about self and not caring about if it's not directly happening to you. Why do you care? There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, we got to become self-sufficient again. I'm telling you right now, and because this is crazy, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse.
Leslie says, so nowadays when you go to a concert having a good time, all you smell is weed. Nobody respects that. You can't be around that, especially people who are not supposed to be. It's very dangerous for the public.
Listen, exactly, Leslie. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on the Storm Warning Show. Shout out to everybody, man, on the check-in.
Yes.
Share this show out because maybe there's some people that didn't hear any of the information and some of the jewels y'all were dropping yourselves, but share the show out. Yeah. Just click the share button, share it out. And again, we want to thank everybody.
Love you, T. With that being said, visit more and check their well-being.
Yes,
yes. Absolutely.
Number love for y'all.
Absolutely.
Again, we'll be back next Thursday on the Storm Warning Show. We got a lot of things coming up. Tomorrow we'll be at the American Legion for Frozen Fridays.
Yes.
Come out, have a good time, do a little karaoke. We got drink specials, complimentary food.
Yes.
We rocking from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Come on out, have a good time. Our bar stars will be Tanya and Carol. And by Smack and Roll, shout out to Tom and the American Legion's crew and everybody. Come out and enjoy. Located at 137 New Market Road, Denellen, New Jersey. Again, that's 137 New Market Road, Denellen, New Jersey. Come on out and rock with us.
Always a good time. You guys got to come check us out.
Yes. It's powered by yours truly, DJ Storm Norm and Hurricane Kiss. All right? Come on out, have a good time. All right, we want to thank y'all for joining us again. Remember, this show is never about us.
It is always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret.
We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for chiming in and sharing your thoughts. We appreciate y'all for real, for real.
Absolutely. We out of here. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Finito.
This is the Storm Warning Show.